All right, we're speaking with Coach Knight, head football coach at Newberry College. 4 days in your first camp as head coach. What are your initial impressions of the early part of camp?
Some of the things that I've seen early in camp I'm really happy with is the way our team's gelling together. I don't think I've seen in my 7 years I've been here that we pull together this quickly or this closely at all since I've been here. And I'm so happy to see it. The kids, we do things together. We start practice together, we end practice together, we go to church together. I can just really see us coming together as a team. Very happy about it.
Has it been hard to adjust coming from just the defensive coordinator and inside linebackers coach to having to bounce around a little bit more to each of the positions? How hard is that to adjust to?
I think the toughest thing is when I walk away from the defense, I'm always kind of peeking back over on the other side of the field, making sure that crowd's okay. I've never left them. Been with them 6.5 years. It's almost like a child, letting them go to daycare for the first time. I'm having a separation anxiety, I guess is the correct term of it. But that's probably the toughest thing that I've had, just trying to step away from it.
Yeah, well, staying with that defense on the field, know it's still early, haven't got to hit each other all that much, but they're starting to now. What are some of the positives you've seen specifically on the defensive side of the ball?
Outside linebackers. We had 2 seniors that moved to outside linebacker for us. So, really put the team in front of themselves. An all-conference guy in the secondary and a starting safety moving to a different position. And really, when that happened, all the pieces of the puzzle fell together for us.
And then with linebackers, kind of the young blood position, I guess. Apollo Stretch and Brian Yarborough, especially right now. I saw I can't remember which one it was, made a big hit on the inside drill earlier.
Yeah, both of those guys, they're young, but they're very talented, a lot of size, a lot of speed there. We're going to be fine with them. They just need to get as many reps as we can get them in camp.
And then we'll talk to Coach Varn tomorrow specifically about the offense, but in a general sense, what are some of the offensive things that you've seen that you've liked so far?
So much talent at the skill positions, with Brandon Gant running his show and 4 or 5 senior receivers, and David Brown. David Presley is very impressive and had a great day today at practice. Caught some balls, some unbelievable catches on the sidelines. We plugging David Smith back into the mix today, a seasoned veteran that I think is going to be a big-time player for us. Has been in the past, will be again. So at the skill positions, just couldn't be happier with it.
And we all know how tough our guys are practicing in the heat. It's the question that never goes away. When the press was first out here on Thursday, it seemed like their biggest question for some reason. To us, it kind of seems natural. How are the guys holding up?
They're holding up great, and we talked about this early in camp, that Newberry College football, we're willing to do things that other people aren't to be great. That's the reason why we're out here at 2 o'clock, because we're willing to work harder than anybody else. We're willing to be tougher than anybody else to be great. And I don't think anybody else I know in this state, they're not willing to do that.
Well, we know we've got some tough guys. We're going to have a tough challenge on the 29th against Valdosta. Just still early in camp, but a little message to the fans about making sure they come out.
Look, before we ever get to Valdosta, I want to see you out here. We got a scrimmage on Saturday the 15th. We're going to go in the morning. Love to see you come out and take a look at what we've done so far. And you tell me after the scrimmage, are we ready for Valdosta or not? I look forward to hearing your comments.
So that's Coach Knight. We'd like to see you all out here. The information will be on the screen about the scrimmage this Saturday. We hope to see you here. And Coach Knight, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're talking with Matt Holmes, All-Conference Center for Newberry College football team. 4 days in the camp, 4 or 5 days. How do you think team's doing, especially the offensive line?
I think everybody's coming together real well. A little rusty the first couple of days, but everything's come along the last couple of days here. And we're starting to work together and really get after it.
How do you think some of your new guys have adapted to the college lifestyle and working on the line with you older guys?
I think it's been a rough adjustment for them. Some of them may be used to a lot of easier things in high school, not quite used to Coach Turco, which is it's a handful, as most people know. But good leadership, myself and Walter Simmons, we've been able to break them in real good.
And how do you think it's still early, how do you think as a whole the line's doing, coming together as a unit?
I think we're coming real good together. Coach Knight's established that as a team first, that we start together and we end together. And everybody's buying into that. finding the coach's philosophy, and it's working real well.
All right, and a lot of big expectations out of you, first team all-conference this year. What do you think you can do personally to live up to those expectations?
Just keep playing the way I play aggressive, don't let anything scare me, and that never will. Just play like Coach Turco wants me to, listen to the coaches, accept coaching, just play hard.
All right, man. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right. How do you feel the defensive line's been doing since you got back? It's still a little early into camp, new coach, bunch of new guys. How do you think you guys are doing so far?
Defensive line, a.k.a. D-block, doing very good. Everybody's adjusting each other very well, taking to each other, coming together as a team. And as long as we stay on this path, we're not far from the national championship.
That's a bold claim. You guys put in some hard work. Who are some of the newer guys that come in that you've noticed?
Some of the newer guys, we got a new D-tackle named Dominique, very quick, very smart. He's picking up on things very well. Of course, we got some returners, Marcus Nellam, Andre Clark, James McLemore, myself, Ryan McClain. Everybody else on D-block is just doing the thing.
And how you guys adjusting to the way Coach Hall coaches compared to your previous coaches? What are some of the things he brings to the table?
Coach Hall brings a lot more energy to the table. You know, he's more involved, making sure that the freshmen as well as the old heads or veterans have it down packed to a T. So, you know, he's definitely more involved in everything, and we appreciate that.
All right, Antonio, how's camp so far for you personally? 4 days in, it's still a little early. How do you think you've come back from the summer break?
I think I did good, you know, in shape more than last year. Better drill, better footwork than I had last year. I think I'm doing pretty good right now.
And how do you think the secondaries and units coming together? We had a little bit of changes, some new guys, some old guys moving to some different positions. How are you guys coming together?
I think we're coming together good. You know, we have freshmen in that's playing just like they've been here, so they adjusted quick. So I think we're pretty good. You know, we're closer, talk more, and I think we're doing good right now.
All right, yeah, you guys are known a little bit for your speed.
Right.
Those freshmen, you pushing you, making sure that you stay up on everything, or are they pushing you pretty hard?
Most of the freshmen they got speed also, so they fit right in the program. So I mean, they pushing us just like we pushing them.
And working with Coach Gibson, we know he's a high energy guy.
Right.
Everybody knows that his nickname's Coach Hype. How does his energy rub off on the secondary?
I mean, he gives us great energy. He keeps everybody up. You know, he don't let nobody be down. He keeps us tough. You know, we go out there, play tough, play our game. But he brings, like you say, name Hype speaks for itself.
All right, we're speaking with Tharry Salley, running back. Had a little bit of an injury towards the end of the season last year, a little work during the spring, during the summer. How do you feel coming back from that, your first real practices in a long time?
Oh, it's definitely a comeback, of course. I mean, I didn't take a snap this spring, and I mean, I'm still learning because, you know, I transferred 2 years ago, and I'm definitely still learning, but it's all a comeback. You know, I'm still, like I said, you know, we're putting in a lot of new stuff. You know, we got a lot of new people. We got a lot of good people, and I mean, it's just a learning experience for everybody right now, to be honest.
Working your way back into those snaps, Gerald Legree is second team all conference. You were right up there too. Yeah. Alkeem Sherman, Lyndon Ingram. That's a lot of good running backs pushing for a lot of time there. How's that competition helping each of you?
That's motivation, of course. You know, like I came back from the injury, so I mean, being behind, I came back fourth this camp, so you know, being behind is really pushing me to, you know, be better. So I think that's gonna make us a lot better, you know, because I mean, everybody's good, so you know, I mean, we just fighting for a spot right now. This is camp, so we're just waiting for, you know, the first game, B-State, 29th. We're getting ready.
So you've only been here a couple of years, but you already turned in kind of one of the team leaders, definitely one of the more vocal leaders when you're on the field. How do you think your leadership and the other leaders are rubbing off on some of the younger guys?
I wouldn't really consider myself a vocal leader, but I mean, I do consider myself a leader, but I kind of lead by showing. I try and show more so than talk, because I'm not really a talker, so. I do consider myself a leader, but I don't really talk that much. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and a little bit about talk to us a little bit about Coach Ellis, new running backs coach coming over. He's definitely upbeat guy. How does his coaching style work for you guys?
Oh yeah, Coach Ellis, he knows a lot. He knows a lot, and he's definitely putting in our heads, and he's definitely teaching us a lot. You know, that we didn't know in the past, and you know, we got a lot of new guys that are learning, and Coach Ellis is really a positive for this team. He's a really big positive for this team, and I'm really happy to have him. I'm really happy to play under him.
All right.
Play for him.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.